Are you? I'm ready.
Okay, it's going.
It's going. Of course, it's always going. It's always going. I swear. What's going on, guys? Chef Tad 2009, and I am bringing you yet another episode of Chopping with Chef. So for today's recipe, we're going to do some stuffed bell peppers, and this recipe is courtesy of the Food Network. I found the recipe on their website, but I'm actually changing it up a little bit because that's what I like to do. I like to look at things and change them to what I think will be best suited. So that is the recipe we're going to use. The link for that will be in the description below, just to kind of give you guys a basis of what I'm doing, so that way you can follow that whenever you might want to make this yourself. I also stream on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday. A link for that is in the description below as well. Come hang out, come chill, come talk about food. I love talking about food. It's one of the things I do enjoy doing. You may or may not see Binks pop up on stream. He does tend to actually try to take over the stream from time to time. Michi kind of shows up too. She kind of tries to take over the stream, even though she's kind of shy, so she doesn't necessarily like to do it a lot. But other than that, we've got a lot of fun action going on over there. But the ingredients for today's recipe are going to follow. So we got our bell peppers here, and then with the bell peppers, I got some red bell peppers, some orange bell peppers, and then I found this nice little striped bell pepper. It is called an Aloha pepper or a Holland pepper. And realistically, all it is just a hybrid pepper of yellow and red bell peppers. It's still going to taste exactly the same, can still be used in the same way, and however else you might want to use bell peppers, raw, cooked, it doesn't matter. We're choosing that just because it's very fun and playful. That's the only reason why it's there. But we also have today some tomatoes again. These are going to be Roma tomatoes. Then we got garlic, some tomato paste, some thyme. That's going to be a really nice savory herb. And then over to the meat. And this is where it gets kind of different. We got some ground pork right here. You can find it at your local supermarket. The fresher the better. I know the supermarket I go to, they grind it fresh every day. And then I also have some ground chuck. Now that is 80-20 chuck. Now anytime that you go to the supermarket and you're talking about meats, what's going to end up happening is they're going to have a certain fat and lean ratio on them, and that is what that ratio is. This meat right here is going to be 80% lean and 20% fat. So whenever you're seeing that number, that 80-20, or you might see 90-10, or you might see a 75-25, that's just in reference to how much lean meat there is compared to fat. So just keep that in mind when you're doing it. But most cuts of meat like chuck, round, they have a very set standard of fat to lean ratio that's always going to be constant. So we just went with the chuck today because it has a really nice, almost not an equal balance, but a balance that's not going to overwhelm us in fat. But then also for the ingredients, we have some shredded Gruyere and Swiss cheese. Chose those cheeses just because I like them. That's it. That's the only reason I chose those cheeses. Choose whatever cheese you want. Realistically, it's your dinner. Make it the way you want it. Have it the way you need it. But that is all the ingredients, so we're going to get chopping. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep all the vegetables, and I already got the garlic peeled, so you don't have to worry about seeing that. But I do have a garlic press I actually use for the garlic. But with the peppers, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to make sure that they can stand on their own. And if they can't, then you're going to want to kind of trim them up until they can stand on their own. But if you feel like you're going to end up trimming off too much of the bottom there, like you can just cheat. But we're just going to trim them up so that way that they can just stand there, right? Like that. So that way they look all nice and pretty. So for the most part, what we're going to do is we're just going to trim them up if they need to be trimmed. Most of these do not need to be trimmed. So they can all stand on their own pretty easily. All right, guys, so we're just gonna chop up these bell peppers here, and all you're gonna wanna do with that is you're just gonna take the tops off the bell peppers, and you can rotate around like I'm doing here to try to get it as equally as you can, just so that way you can actually twist the core out. See how I did that there? You can actually see this pepper is actually getting ready to give birth to more peppers. How beautiful is that? But that's what we're looking for. We're gonna get the rest of those seeds out. All right, so what we're gonna do next, and this is what I found really interesting with this recipe. The recipe says to actually cook the bell peppers in the microwave for about 12 minutes. And you're gonna add about half a cup of water to them, and you need a microwave safe container to do this. So what we're gonna do is we got an 8x8, 9x9, whichever one you have. We're going to put some water in here in the bottom of it just to make sure that they steam up. We're going to cover it with some saran wrap and we're going to microwave it for 12 minutes. And then once that's done, we're going to kind of pull these off and they're just going to be on the side while we prep everything else. So this is a garlic press, and if you're not familiar with it, all you really simply do is you put garlic right there, close this, and then you just squeeze. Alright, so now we're going to cook our meat. We got the pork right here, and then I also got the beef. We're just going to throw them in together. We're going to cook them until they're nice and brown. Then we're going to take them out of the pan, and they're going to be just chilling in a bowl. Alright guys, so this meat's nice and cooked. What we're going to do is we're going to actually take the meat out and then we're going to put it in a separate bowl, just kind of chill. And we're going to use the remainder of that fat that's there to actually cook our vegetables in. Another little deviation from the original recipe. Alright, so we got all those nice, good veggies kind of cooked off. You got the chicken stock in there, you got a lot of fun stuff in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix it all together in this bowl. We're going to taste it, see where the seasoning's at. Then we're going to set up the peppers. Alright guys, so we're going to stuff these peppers up, and we're just basically going to take a spoonful of the stuffing, and we're just going to put them inside the pepper. You don't want to try to break the skin of the pepper, because then you won't really have any more of a stuffed pepper. It'll just be like peppers and peppers. That's not fun. So we're gonna stuff all those peppers there, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick them in the oven at 450 for about 10 minutes, just enough to heat everything up. And then we're gonna cover them with the cheese, and then we're gonna stick them back in there until the cheese is all ooey gooey, and then it's time to eat. We're gonna take this out real quick, set it on top of the stove, and then we are just going to top all this with our cheese. We're gonna take it, we're gonna put the cheese on top, just move that cheese all around. If there's one thing about cheese that I like, the more the better. All right, we're gonna pop that back in there for another I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes, just until the cheese is nice and melted and ooey gooey and delicious. All right, so we got the peppers here. They're done. They came out, and again, because Swiss is on this, the cheese isn't going to be as brown as usually cheese gets. But we're gonna get a nice little bite there. And as you can see, the cheese is drooping. The steam's coming off of it, so it is very hot. But we're gonna test it. I'm going for seconds. That's really good. You get meatiness, you got cheese, you get tomato, you get the rice. I mean, it's all there. It's totally all there. It's totally all there. I made these for the family, but I might eat all 6 of them. I got no's coming from me from the back of the room, but thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. If you like the recipe, follow the link in the description. It'll lead you right to it. Like I said, I made some changes with it, but that's what dinner is. You can make it however you want to. Just follow the recipe as a guideline, because that's exactly what it is. But be sure to like and subscribe. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I do stream on Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The link's down below for all my socials. Thank you so much. We will catch you guys next time. A peace, love, and chicken grease. Bye.
Man, I'm tired. That was a really weird dream I had. Was it bacon in there? Whatever. Man, but I am hungry. I don't even know what to eat. No. Oh yeah, that's right. I got leftovers from last night. We did those peppers. Excellent. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, got all that stuff. This looks good. All right, let's do it. All right, we got the rice, the butter, the eggs, cheese, tortilla, some milk. Oh, buddy, this is gonna be good. Okay, all right, let's get a crack in here for sure. Crack these eggs up. Let's try to do something fancy here. Let's see if I can do it. Yes! Alright. Now, just gonna mix these eggs up real quick. Gonna scramble them up, add a little bit of milk to them, a little bit of seasoning. And then we should be ready to cook them. They should be ready to cook. For sure. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Drop that butter in there. We're gonna let that butter melt, and we're gonna cook it up. We're gonna cook up these eggs. These eggs are gonna be nice and good. Alright, we're gonna throw the leftover rice in with the eggs, let it all cook up, get nice and good together. Yeah, throw some more cheese in there, that ought to be good, yeah. You can never have too much cheese, right? Never have too much cheese. Cheese is always a good thing. Okay, alright, drop it on that tortilla shell right there, okay. That, put it all there. And yep. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. Okay, a little bit, some more cheese because, you know, again, you can never have too much cheese. Can never have too much cheese. All right. Now, one last little thing. Yeah, sriracha. That's right. That's the stuff. It's good stuff right there. That's a nice little hot chili sauce. That's really good. Drizzle, drizzle, drizzle. Man. That's a pretty drizzle. Alright, time to do the tuck and roll. Gonna tuck and roll it. Get it all nice and inside there, make sure everything looks good there. I'm gonna place it right there. I'm gonna give her a nice little good old-fashioned scooch so I can put some more sauce on there because, you know, sriracha's really good kind of condiment. We're gonna cut it up. Gonna cut it open so I can at least enjoy half of it at the same time, or half at a time. We're gonna go from there, and that's about it. Yeah, that looks 2 thumbs up.